You don't need another hour of coverage on this case. You need 5 minutes. Here is everything you need to know about the Nancy Guthrie investigation, now entering its third week. Authorities, including the Pima County Sheriff's Department and the FBI, believe she was abducted from her home. On January 31st at 5:32 p.m., Nancy travels to her family's home for dinner. On the 31st at 9:48 p.m., she's dropped off at home by her son-in-law, Tommaso Gioni, and this would be the last time that she's seen. February 1st at 1:47 a.m., Guthrie's doorbell camera is disconnected. 2:28, Guthrie's pacemaker app disconnects from her phone. At 11:56 a.m., friends become concerned when she missed church service. At 12:03 p.m., the family calls 911. The deputies responded, declared the home a crime scene after locating blood on the front porch. On February 2nd, Sheriff Chris Nanos of the Pima County Sheriff's Department confirmed that the case was being treated as an abduction. On February 3rd, reports emerged of a ransom note received by KOLD News and TMZ demanding Bitcoin. On February 5th, the FBI announced a $50,000 reward, which later increased. One individual was actually arrested for making a false ransom demand. On February 6th, authorities confirmed a second ransom-related message had been received and was under analysis. February 9th at 5 p.m., a second crucial deadline contained a threat to her life if demands were not met by 5 p.m. On February 10th, the FBI released surveillance images of a masked individual at the front door carrying what appeared to be a firearm, backpack, and gloves. On February 11th, a man was detained in Rio Rico, Arizona, near the Mexican border, where he was questioned and later released. February 12th, a pair of black gloves believed to match those seen in the surveillance footage was recovered approximately a mile and a half from the residence. February 13th to the 14th, SWAT executes a search warrant near her home, and a Range Rover is subsequently searched. On February 15th, the preliminary forensic testing indicated that the gloves contained DNA from an unknown male. February 16th, Sheriff Nanos announces that all family members are cleared as suspects. On February 17th, authorities confirmed that the DNA profile did not match anyone in FBI's CODIS national database, and investigators began using genetic genealogy techniques to identify the individual. February 18th to 20th, additional sophisticated ransom notes are received demanding cryptocurrency. This masked armed figure was captured on a doorbell camera wearing a Ozark Trail hiker backpack. Blood found on the porch tested positive for the victim's DNA. So the key findings are Sheriff Nanos has publicly cleared members of the Guthrie family as suspects. The investigation has received over 30,000 leads. The reward for information is now increased to over $200,000. But here's what has not happened. No suspect has been announced. No suspect is in custody or publicly charged, and the investigation is ongoing. There's no confirmed location of Nancy Guthrie. No official declaration of homicide has been made, and the investigation remains active. Investigators are still in the evidence development stage, processing forensics, still analyzing digital data, and working to identify the individuals seen in the video. Now, it's also important to remember that behind every headline is a family living through uncertainty in real time. Public awareness matters, but sharing accurate information matters too. Constant speculation and repeated theories do not move an investigation forward, and they could complicate an already difficult situation. Accuracy serves everyone. Speculation does not. And that's your command briefing. Remember, facts over speculation. I'm Mike Blangiforti, and this has been Truth, Investigations, and Criminal Behavior.